Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Here is your English teacher, Ma'am Bushra. Hope you all will be in good health. Let's start today's class. So just open your English language textbook. Okay, open your English language textbook. Open page number 9. On page number 9 is our first unit. And the name of the unit is The Shoemaker and the Elves. The shoemaker, you know what is the meaning of shoemaker? The person who makes shoes is known as shoemaker. Okay? A person who makes shoes is known as shoemaker. So, the shoemaker and the elves. Now, what is the meaning of elves? Elves means elves is an imaginary being. Okay, it's the plural of elf. Okay, it is the plural of elf. What is the meaning of elf? Elf is an imaginary being, often like a small person with pointed ears. Okay, if you turn your page, you can find the picture of elf on page number 11. You can see here. These are elves. Okay, these are imaginary characters. They don't exist in reality. These are imaginary characters. You can see they have pointed ears and they are imaginary. Okay, so this story is about the shoemaker and the elves, adopted from a folk tale by the Grimm brothers. Folk tale, which is a fable, which is a myth, which is a fiction. Okay, so it's a folk tale. Warm up. Do you like to read plays? Why? Okay, you have to discuss these questions with your family members. You can discuss it with your parents or your siblings. Have you ever acted in or seen a play? Name it. Can you tell the difference between a fairy and an elf? There is a difference between fairy and elf. Let's read a play about a shoemaker and the elves. Let's read characters. Okay, who are the characters in this story? So, narrator is the one who narrates something. Okay, town crier is a person employed to make public announcement. Town crier is that person who has been employed to do or to make public announcement. They make announcements. Narrator, town crier. Then we have George and Kelly. George is the shoemaker and Kelly is his wife. Okay, then Maria and William, they are the customers. Maria and William. Then another customer is Anne, Jacob. Anne and Jacob, they are other customers. And the names of elves in this story are Cobby, Sparkles, Stitchy, Bart. Okay, read after me. Cobby, Sparkles, Stitchy, Bart. Okay, these are elves. Now let's see the very first scene of this story. It's a kind of dialogue, you can see. Narrator. What the narrator is saying? Many years ago, there lived a kind, good-hearted shoemaker in a clean and peaceful village. A very good-hearted, a very kind-hearted shoemaker lived long ago in a very clean and peaceful village. His name was George, and he lived with his wife, Kelly. His wife's name was Kelly. She, like her husband, was very generous and kind. Like her husband, she was also very generous. Generous means very charitable, very kind. Town crier. What the town crier said? 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and things are very awful. The town crier did an announcement in which he said that it's 6 o'clock and things are very, very awful. Awful means terrible. Okay? Kelly, what did she say? George, you have worked so hard. You work very hard. Yet we have nothing. She complained that although George do a lot of hard work, but still we have nothing now. We have eaten only cabbage for weeks. For weeks we are only eating cabbage. We obviously they want to eat other things like meat and chickens, fish or any other fruit or vegetable, but it's been weeks and we have ate only cabbage. So she complained, we cannot buy leather to make more shoes to sell because we don't have any money. She said that we don't have money to buy leather for making shoes. How will we make shoes now? We don't have money to buy leather because you all know that shoes are made from leather. So she said that we don't have money and how will we make shoes now? We will surely starve. Starve means go hungry. Okay? What does starve mean? Starve means to go hungry. We will surely starve if someone does not buy shoes from us. If no one buys shoes from us, we will go hungry, we will starve. George patiently. Okay. George replied very patiently. Patiently means calmly. Okay. What did George said? He said, Dear Kelly, do not worry. I am sure we will find a buyer soon. I will finish the shoes by tomorrow. He said that don't you worry, don't be upset, don't be disappointed because I'm sure that we will have a buyer very soon and I will finish these shoes by tomorrow. Kelly, in a doubtful tone, I hope you are right. You must be as hungry as I am.